Hey animal lovers, it's Marla Steele, Pet Psychic, and today I want to do a little bit of animal communication FAQ for you. So, some of the questions people ask me, first of all, do I only work with animals? No, I also work with people. In fact, the person and the animal are a package deal, so you can't not work with a person if you're going to be working on a pet. And oftentimes they say, the pet brings the person to me, and that's when all the fun really begins, because then I can explain a little bit more about energy and healing and the full circle of life that we share with the animals on this deep spiritual level, and it gets very exciting. So yes, I do work with people. Now, sometimes people want to know, are women more psychic than men? And I'm going to go out on a limb and say, not necessarily. So, I have met many psychic men. In fact, most of my teachers are men. And I think we're in a culture that it might be a little bit more permissible for women to talk about. And we might display more of the clairsentience, that empathic, and sometimes clairvoyant ability. But I know many men who say they have gut feelings or hunches or maybe like their spidey sense that they tune into. And a lot of men tend to be claircognizant, and that's like the crown chakra here. And so I would say it's not necessarily a female-dominated ability. Everybody is able. It's just, it is a divine, sacred, feminine energy, you could say, but everybody is born, wired, and able to do this. So a lot of this ability is, and especially with animals, just depends on your belief system. So if you believe it's possible, you can definitely do it. Now, one other question people often ask me is, have I ever met an animal who didn't want to talk? And no, that has not yet happened in 15 years of professional pet intuition. So what I have experienced is maybe an animal that has had a trauma, or there's a certain topic they're going on in the home, and maybe they say, yeah, I don't really want to talk about that, or let's leave the past behind. But our animals are so excited when we tune in and listen on this level that I say, speaking and listening with our inner voices. So they're very excited when we meet them in that place, and they always have something to say. And then finally, one last question I want to address. Many people ask, why do I do my sessions by phone? And they feel like I need to be there in person to see their animal. And while that is really fun, because, you know, we want to play with them and interact with them, and that's what got most of us involved in a career with animals to begin with, I get a little bit distracted with their physical body and with the person's energy. And if you look behind me in all this books and magic wands, I have cards and sprays and all sorts of tools here. And I've created a little sanctuary here. So when I go sit on my couch and I do a couple things, it's like instantaneously I'm in that psychic space and I'm ready to go. So that is so ingrained, so wired in my essence that I can go deep into the core of the animal in a blink of an eye and get a lot more information than if I go out in person and I get distracted and there's a lot of noise and busy energy. So that's one of the reasons why I prefer to work at home. So those have been a few of the questions people like to ask me. I want to give you a squirt of one of my most favorite sprays. This is Prosperity. So wishing you magic, prosperity, miracles, and a beautiful day. If you want more information, please visit my website, and that is healingwithenergy.com.